It's a no-go on bringing back the mask mandate in LA County, why health leaders decided against reinstating the rule. We could soon have a candy crisis on our hands, why your kids' trick-or-treat bags and buckets could be less full this year.
The Rundown, brought to you by Goal Zero.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Rundown. I'm Robin Winston. The mandatory indoor mask mandate won't be happening in LA County, at least for now. The health department has put it on hold. It's because LA County health leaders say cases, hospitalizations, and deaths are all down. Calculations show the county should move into the CDC's medium category for COVID spread next week. Many cities like El Segundo and Beverly Hills said they would not enforce a new mandate anyway. But some people we talk with are disappointed by this development.
I want it back for sure. I just got, we just found out that my girlfriend's pregnant, so I do care about it a lot more now.
Masks will still be required in public transportation and in healthcare settings like hospitals and clinics. The Biden administration says it plans to roll out updated COVID-19 booster shots nationwide sometime in September. Both Pfizer and Moderna say they'll have a retooled vaccine ready to go by then. It's expected to perform better against the now dominant and much more contagious Omicron subvariant BA.5. Booster shot eligibility is also expected to expand sometime in the fall ahead of another possible winter surge. Will monsoon moisture have an impact on your weekend plans? Let's check in with meteorologist Belen De Leon for the answer.
Hey there, monsoon moisture is increasing this weekend and we have a chance for storms from Friday all the way through early next week. Now, the typical places, mountains and deserts are going to get the storms, but over the weekend we could see some of those storms drift into the valleys, the Inland Empire, Ventura County, even along the coast. The main threat's the lightning, some dangerous lightning expected with erratic winds, localized flooding with heavy downpours possible. So if you see a flash, dash inside and don't resume any of those outdoor activities until 30 minutes after that last thunderclap. We're in this for a few days where the weather is going to feel humid and you need to be weather aware. The chance for storms in Big Bear, look at this, over the weekend, 87%. Now it lingers through early next week. The good news is that the temperatures, although a little toasty away from the coast, we're not going to see any huge temperature swings. They're going to hover in the low to mid 90s in Moreno Valley. Stay safe.
The family of a man killed during a soccer match in Oxnard is looking for answers surrounding his death. 29-year-old Misael Sanchez was found unresponsive on the Oxnard High School soccer field on July 10th. It happened right after a fight broke out at a game. He was in the hospital for 2 weeks before passing away Monday. Misael was playing for his adult league and the fight was said to be over a foul. The family's attorney is demanding answers into how this happened.
What rules was the league following? Were repeatedly aggressive players properly sanctioned?
And it's heartbreaking to hear that Misael's life was ended with something that he truly loved and cherished.
One man was arrested right after the game but was later released. No one has been charged. A wild and dangerous chase through the Inland Empire where someone stole a construction truck is having a lasting impact on some people. The chase ended with an arrest of 2 people, but for the innocent drivers involved, their problems are just getting started. Natalie Gutierrez tells us the speeding driver smashed right into her parked car in Montclair. She was just headed to a store before her 11-year-old daughter's chemotherapy treatment.
That car, Alice, was the only thing I had. It was the only thing I had. And it wasn't because I was in love with that car. It's because my daughter needs transportation.
Natalie says she wasn't hurt during the crash, and now that she's unemployed, she says she's seeking transportation options. A man from Corona Del Mar has been arrested after police say he left a puppy locked inside of a sweltering car, but that's not all.
I'm going to jail on a felony, willful endangerment of an animal. You realize how hot it is outside? You have the vehicle off, windows up, and you had tape around your dog's mouth.
It was 113 degrees outside when Las Vegas police say Raul Carvajal taped his 3-month-old husky's mouth shut, left the dog, and went gambling at the Bellagio. The dog was in the car for nearly 2 hours before it was spotted and rescued by casino security officers. We're told the puppy has made a full recovery.
I'm a power blackout, and I'm going to put you in the dark. What is that?
It's the Yeti 3000X solar generator, a home backup system from Goal Zero. Take that, blackout.
Several people chained themselves up to the iconic lampposts outside the LA County Museum of Art to bring attention to abortion rights. Now, 3 of them face felony vandalism charges. The protesters at LACMA used red liquid to resemble fake blood. The art exhibit remains damaged as a result. The group protesting involved members of a veteran organization, Vets Rise for Roe and Rise Up for Abortion Rights. The LAPD says they tried to get them to leave, but they refused. President Joe Biden is pushing back against fears of a recession and pointing toward the new Inflation Reduction Act as a huge step forward to help struggling American families. A report on the gross domestic product indicated the U.S. economy shrank for the 2nd straight quarter. According to some economists, that typically marks the start of a recession. But the president is emphasizing signs of economic progress, including a strong job market and billions of dollars in investments from businesses.
When we talk about recession in our history, you see that the thing that happens during a pre-recession is that you lose jobs, and we're not seeing that currently.
That doesn't sound like a recession to me. This bill will reduce inflationary pressures on the economy.
The deal in Congress on the Inflation Reduction Act aims to lower health care costs, reduce the federal deficit, and fight climate change. But some Republicans are blasting the package, calling it wasteful spending that will only make inflation worse. Okay, all of you complaining about the Instagram feeds, right? It has worked. All of that complaining has helped out. You'll start to see more photos on Instagram once again. The app is rolling back changes that push recommended videos to users' feeds. This comes after a growing number of complaints from users, including Kylie Jenner and Kim Kardashian, who complained Instagram was trying to be like TikTok. Instagram CEO said the changes were only being tested out and that photos will continue to play an important role. So you may still see some videos, but the algorithm is changing so you see less. Queen Bee fans are celebrating. Beyonce has finally released her 7th album, Renaissance. Well, Beyonce recorded the album over the last 3 years of pandemic living. In a note on her website prior to releasing the album, she says she hopes fans find joy in this music and hopes it inspires them to release the wiggle. We're still trying to figure out exactly what the wiggle is. The Hollywood Walk of Fame is getting a much-needed upgrade. Back in January of 2021, LA Metro Board of Directors awarded over $7 million in funding to go towards improvements on Hollywood Boulevard. Some of the improvements include expanded pedestrian zones, street furnishing, including tables and chairs, planters and landscaping, and bus boarding platforms. Construction is set to begin in 2023. Expect more tricks than treats this Halloween. The CEO of Hershey says it will not be able to meet the demand for candy. Oh no! The company says people are just buying up too much of the good stuff right now. Hershey says the demand has been high since the start of the pandemic. Supply chain issues were also a factor, along with a bump in dairy prices. Well, you can hang out with Rose, Dorothy, Blanche, and Sophia. A pop-up restaurant based on the iconic TV series The Golden Girls is opening up in Beverly Hills. I can't wait to visit this place. So the fully immersive restaurant is a casual and selfie-friendly dining spot. Visitors must purchase tickets beforehand. Each entry includes a 90-minute reservation, as well as a choice of a main dish and a slice of cheesecake. Yum, yum. The Golden Girls aired on NBC for 7 seasons from 1985 to 1992. And we've got more information on the Golden Girls kitchen on our NBCLA website. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and on our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune in to Today in LA on NBC4 weekdays from 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be here helping you get around with the traffic reports throughout the morning commute. I may even do a little wiggle. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.